What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rebel here, and for today's episode, the best levels in Crash Bandicoot 2 CORTEX Strikes Back. Now, essentially, this is the second half of the levels ranked, where the first time I did 14 down to 27, and this time I will be going from 13 all the way up to number 1. And because Crash Bandicoot 2 is my personal favorite of the Crash Insane trilogy, Crash Original trilogy, these are some of my favorite levels in the entire franchise. However, my favorite levels are in Crash 3, but I'll get to that later.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
And unless you're new here, you'd know that I'll be talking about the Insane trilogy of the game, even though they're basically exactly the same. I'm just now realizing that. Picking up in the middle of the list at number 13, we have Plant Food, the third of the river levels, yet somehow the worst of the three. The other two river levels have much more going for them. One has a gem path, the other has a death route, a secret exit, and a secret entrance. But this is a river level, and it does have the awesome jet board, so it's got that going for it. Besides that, nothing here is challenging, which for being the third of a theme is not good. There is a yellow gem to earn in this level, however, unlike the other colored gems, which are fun to get, this one is just beating the level before the timer that pops up runs out. The only notable part of the level is where you have to pass the jet board and go down the side to take out some piranha plants so you can get through, or using the Aku Aku to take a hit to beat the timer. So all in all, it's a fine level, but with everything that this game has to offer, this level doesn't. Number 12, Spaced Out. Technically the last level in the game before the last boss. I mean, there are 2 secret levels, and you can beat the last 5 levels in any order, so... Spaced Out is also the second space-themed, industrial-themed, nightmare-themed, and it is pretty challenging. However, that's mainly because these short-circuiting Roombas have horrendous hitboxes. Like, I'm talking repeatedly sliding into them with the shocky arm thingies clearly in the air, and somehow I kept dying. Also, the shrink lasers are super annoying, and yes, you can spin them away, but being able to spin them away doesn't mean it's easy to spin them away. Because it ain't. This level is unique in that it has Crash 2's multicolored gem path, which has some incredibly time-sensitive jumps. It can be tough with no checkpoints, but it's pretty short. As for the main portion of this level, the part behind the glass is a bitch, and the end with the shrink rays can suck almost as much. Yes, this level is frustrating due to the lame hitboxes, and I guess you can spin the shrink laser away, but it is incredibly inconsistent. It can still be a fun and enjoyable level, but there are better. Number 11, Snogo, the first of the new to Crash Bandicoot snow levels, and somehow the best. But I guess that's bound to happen when you implement some of the worst ice physics imaginable. Luckily for this level, there isn't anything too challenging relating to the ice. There is a hidden exclamation box, but with the box outlined right before it and a metal jumpy crate right under it, it's kind of easy to figure out. And this is also the red gem level, where everything I said about ice physics goes out the window. This part is tough and not too fun. Take the secret entrance from the secret warp room and get thrown right into hell. Thankfully, it isn't the most challenging ice segment, and the normal portion of the level is pretty fun, if not too easy. Yes, certain parts of this level can be incredibly fun, but other parts of this level can be incredibly frustrating. And because of the stupid ice physics, this level does not make it into the top 10. But these levels did. Number 10, Behaving, the second mountain-themed level, and the better of the two, yet not as challenging. The spinning mechanic can get annoying when you keep digging underground, but it does keep you safe if you decide to do so. This level is also pretty great for life farming. Unlike the first mountain stage, this level's beehives have more than one bee at a time, and if you spin all of these bees in one spin, you get a life. So if you just sit right after this checkpoint and keep spinning the bees, you could go from 6 lives to 60 lives in about 5 minutes. There are some challenging parts with the bees and the dirt and nitro crates, but nothing compared to the difficulty of digging its death route. This level does have the purple gem cleverly hidden atop a stair set of non-exploding nitros, and this part is frustrating and did take me a few times to beat. However, there are no crates to break in this path except nitros, which means you could just get the purple gem, die halfway through the route, and not go back up the nitro crates at all when you respawn. Once back on the main path, there are a few beehives where the bees come out backwards towards the camera. Not sure if this is a glitch, but it doesn't feel right. Yes, this level can be pretty tough at times. The bees can seem unfair, the piranha plant's a little too accurate, But you can cheese through the purple gem, so not bad. Number 9, Piston It Away. The first of the 2 future levels, and one that I'm just now realizing that I've never beat the normal ending to. Because to get the box gem, you have to take the death route, which leads to a different exit. However, there are still boxes on the normal path, meaning that you have to go past the death route, get all of the boxes up to here, and then go back to the death route. Also, you shouldn't kill this guy because you may need him to get back over. I'm pretty sure I got injured due to the shitty hitboxes, and after that killed it, I'm pretty sure I still got up with the sliding spin jump. Besides that, the shrink rays can suck because spinning them away is super inconsistent, and the Roomba things still suck as well. But thankfully, there isn't a part as frustrating as Spaced Out's glass wall part. So that means there's less time dying and more time to actually enjoy the level. And yes, dying before a death route can suck. So, just don't die. Number 8. Hang 8. Cool. This is the first of the 3 river levels and the second best. The jetboarding here is pretty awesome, and the main platforming is just as fun. This level theme does allow for utilizing the slide jump more than some other level themes, and this level is no exception. It's really fun. However, for it being in the first warp room, it isn't as challenging as it could be. There is a blue gem path which does offer more challenging platforming and more jetboarding, but not much. There is a gem for beating this level before the timer runs out, but it isn't anything special. When it comes down to it, I love these river levels. However, the timer in this one made me realize how short this level really is, and how much more the second river level has to offer compared to this one, which is why it's ranked above this one. Number 7, Air Crash. Yes, the second river level I just mentioned, and the best river level as well. And if someone said this was their favorite level, I'd believe them. Air Crash basically has everything a Crash 2 level can have. Secret entrance? Check. Secret exit? Check. Death route? Yup. You need to take the secret entrance to get the box gem. It has a pretty fun and challenging segment which spits you out almost right at the start of the main level. The death route is not needed for the box gem as it leads to its own gem at the end, and the secret exit is awesome. Some floating boxes leading to a small platform, genius. Besides that, this level offers great gameplay, if for anything the reason I listed in the previous level, and reward those platforming skills by being able to avoid obstacles entirely. Yes, Air Crash is a great level, and even though I will be shitting all over Crash 3's stupid vehicles, this jetboard's pretty awesome. Number 6, the Eel Deal, the first of the 3 sewer levels, and while the sewer music might not be my favorite, the sewer levels are some of the best levels in Crash 2. The tubes curving around with barrels rolling back and forth, open areas of water with electric eels. This is just a really fun level. And it's also the green gem level. The first fork in the road leads right there to a big room full of nitro crates. And if you jump over all the nitro crates and walk through this seemingly solid back wall, there's a small path that leads down to the green gem. A little more progressing down the sewers and you get to the first hanging segment. Hanging from monkey bars while climbing over lava, I think. It's a pretty short segment, but overall, it's a pretty short level. Yes, the Eel Deal is a very fun level, but compared to the other sewer levels, this one just has the least to offer. But that green gem pack, god damn, so good. And now into the top 5 with number 5, Turtle Woods. Yes, the very first level in the game, because unlike Crash 1, where the first level is incredibly boring and easy, this level is easy, but it's nice and long. And with a nice secret area, body slam this thing and boom, there you go. This segment has the only head-burrowing ostriches in the entire game, and while it's easy to get up to the high ledges if you miss your chance, at 6 I hadn't mastered the slide jump, so that was impossible to me. There's a box right above an enemy, taking inspiration from Crash 1's bullshit. And yes, these pits can be annoying, but the fun is trying to slide, spin, jump over them. It's pretty hard, but doable. There's also the blue gem, which as a kid I don't think I ever got, but the original games didn't have hints on the load screen. But yeah, make your way through the whole level without breaking a single crate and you get the blue gem. And putting a wall of crates with only one being a jumpy box is super clever. Yes, I know it's kind of strange that I would put Crash 1's first level so low on that list, yet this one's so high on this list. But this is an amazing first level. It's not boring, it's a little bit easy, but it adds some added comeback challenge for that 100% box gem and the colored gem. Number 4, Sewer or Later. The second sewer level, and this level ups the difficulty of the first sewer level and adds a new enemy with this fire guy. A little bit into the level and there's a yellow gem route, and the gem route is pretty tough. It has electric eels from all throughout the sewer levels, however they never stop electrocuting the water. So you can never touch the water in this route, or you die. Thankfully, the gem is only halfway through the level, so if you die after getting the gem, you'll still have it upon respawning. So then you can progress through the normal route and not miss any boxes. The only downside of this level is you'll have to backtrack at the end. If you take the left path, you get the crystal and have to go back to the right path to the exit. If you take the right path, you'll have to go back to the left path and get the crystal and then back to the right path again to exit the level. Thankfully, both paths are relatively short. Yes, a great level with a nice amount of challenge. The only downside, of course, being that the monkey bars from the previous sewer level are inexplicitly missing from this one. Shame. Number 3, Night Fight. Pretty much like the dark hallway levels of Crash 1, Night Fight requires a light source in order to see. This time it's fireflies that will abandon you if you take too long, meaning you'll need to keep moving and not stop. The bonus section in this stage can be tough as you'll need to slowly crawl under nitros, which means your firefly will more than likely have left you behind before you reach the end, resulting in a couple jumps of blind faith. Literally. And there is a death route, and yes, there are boxes on this route, but only 2, and they're at the very end, so you can avoid the death route and then backtrack down just to the 2 boxes over 2 jumps. The death route itself has a gem, but it's a pretty easy death route, and a pretty easy death route to get to. Yes, this level is kind of easy for being in the last warp room, and if it wasn't a light source level and it just had the same design, it would probably be a lot lower on the list. But I don't know, there's just something about these light source levels that I thoroughly enjoy. Number 2, Hanging Out, the last of the 3 sewer levels and the best as well. Now this level starts in a normal section of sewers, slightly tougher than the other sewer levels, and the monkey bars part comes pretty early, which is great because this segment is awesome, and goes on longer than you think it's going to, and then when you drop down to the big water area, forward is the main level in the bonus stage, pretty tough due to the stupid nitros. Beating that, it's a couple of more tubes to the exit. However, if you go backwards after dropping into the big water area, you can drop into another monkey bar area. However, this time the floating mine things are a lot faster and lower, meaning you need to pull your legs up every time they get close. It's super unique and quite challenging. And at the end of this path is a secret exit. Yes, like I've said, these sewer levels are some of my favorites, and the challenge brought with this one is perfect. And I'd also like to point out that the secret exit in this stage actually leads to the secret entrance of the level that comes in at number 1. And coming in at number 1. Number 1, Totally Fly. Yes, if I'm ranking these levels solely on level design, this level might not be the first. However, this ranking is based on which levels I enjoyed playing the most, which gave me the most fun. And Totally Fly is Totally Fly. I simply just love the darkness mechanic. It makes playing through the level have this sense of urgency, the need to get through as quickly as possible while still breaking every box and not dying. You'll have to wait for lizards to be far enough away from nitros or TNTs before sliding them, or the blast will take you out too. And then there's the scattered locked crates, each just far enough away from each other that you'll need to body slam each of them separately, which means your firefly will surely have left you. And trying to slowly progress in these levels without a light source is just as fun as rushing through them trying to keep it. Yes, Totally Fly is my favorite level in Crash 2, and while I know that it might not necessarily be the best as far as level design goes, in my eyes, it is the best level in the game. Part of me honestly wishes that there would be more dark levels that need a light source in them with other themes. Some themes I understand wouldn't work at all with the light source, like the river levels. Those would probably be incredibly hard. Actually, those would actually be kind of fun. I mean, still, they could have implemented that into so many other levels, and I just think it's awesome because it adds that rush, that adrenaline that makes the level that much more fun. And while yes, these levels aren't entirely based without my objectivity, without my bias in there, I graded them based on how much fun I had, and I had the most fun playing this level. And that's what it comes down to. But hey, please feel free to let me know why I'm wrong down below in the comments section. And that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and press that notification bell if you would like to be alerted of my future videos, because in the future I will be covering Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped by doing a retrospective on that, and then I will be also ranking the worst levels and the best levels of Crash 3 Warped, and then I will also be doing a video where I rank all of the bosses in the Crash Insane trilogy before I go on ranting about Stormy Ascent and and future tense, because those are 2 brand new levels that were brought purely for the Insane Trilogy, and that's completely amazing. But it's the 2nd at the time of recording this. I know it's going to be like the 4th at the time I end up posting, probably, not even this one, it's probably going to be after that. But hey, on the 4th, or back on the 4th, hey, remember the 4th of September, as I say, on the 2nd of September, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are coming out, so I'm probably going to try to get some videos of that out in the mix, because that's going to be coming out and will be out, and I'm doing all of this for Crash 4, so as long as I get the rest of the videos out before Crash 4, I should actually be fine there. So Tony Hawk videos coming also, and until next time, peace.